Did you find what you're looking for?
This regulator on LeisurePro.com looks like the one I want, but I'm not sure how to adjust the airflow.
Look, they have a chat interface. You can talk to a dive expert 24 hours a day.
At LeisurePro.com, you can get the product answers you need fast by chatting with our dive experts anytime.
The Florida Keys are home to a protected 2,800 square mile national marine sanctuary, an abundance of wrecks, and over 6,000 different species. But whether you're a diver or a snorkeler, there's always room for one more.
Be a part of Scuba Nation. Get your gear today. Scuba Nation apparel by Uzi, available at ScubaNation.com. This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Leisure Pro, the Divers Emporium. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. Sea Dog and Shipyard Ales, the official beer of Scuba Nation.
This time on Scuba Nation.
This time the boys are diving their backyards of Miami, Florida. They dive 7 wrecks, listen to a story of inspiration, and living la vida loca underwater.
I don't often dive, but when I do, I dive the 305. Stay wet, my friends.
Who is Scuba Nation? Billy C., Boston born and raised.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Hey, Billy C. would dive a puddle if it was deep enough.
Bitch and Mitch, Southern boy.
Diving's like pizza. When it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it's still good.
2 ordinary guys with a thirst for getting wet and exploring all things scuba. We are Scuba Nation. One nation underwater.
Presented by Leisure Pro.
Welcome, Scuba Nation. I'm Mitch.
And I am Inigo Montoya.
And we are reporting to you from Scuba Nation's Central Command of Miami, Florida for this season's episode of Dive305.
Nothing says Miami like Tobacco Road. And on today's show, we're going to hit barges, we're going to dive on tugboats, we're also going to meet one of the most inspirational artists I've ever met.
So we got 7, count them, 7 wrecks. Can we do 7 wrecks in 30 minutes?
I hope.
We did it anyway, this time on Scuba Nation. We team up with our friends at Aquatic Explorers, the only dive boat for us in Miami.
Diving the 305, this city is eclectic. The diving is just as eclectic. On this show, we're diving with tugs, we're diving with barges.
Like I would call like this mini Miami wreck trek. You've got like these 6 wrecks that are all accessible for almost the same boat location.
It's wild. Okay, so first up, the Belcher barge.
Well, the Belcher barge is one of our most popular dives down here. She lays in 60 feet of water. She's excellent for beginner divers because of her depth. And she's a barge that was sunk back in November of 1985. She's 185 feet long.
So a myriad of fish life. You're gonna see barracudas, you're gonna see tarpon, you're gonna see stingrays, soft corals, sea fans.
So they sunk it intentionally along with the other 42 wrecks that we have here in Miami. You have to come to Miami, you have to like anything associated with the water. It's one of the beautiful water sports that we have here, and our visibility is excellent, accessibility is awesome and easy to get to, and it's just a fun place to dive.
With the Belcher, I mean, for me, it's so cozy inside, you know, with the light rays coming in and the beautiful colors from the coral and the tropicals. I mean, for me, it's sort of like swimming in an aquarium, you know, like a fish tank at home.
Best thing about it, you can penetrate it. This thing is beautiful, it's eroded, but you can swim into it. And all these rooms open up. And when you're swimming through these rooms, it's like you're in your pool, but instead of being in a pool, you're in a barge. And you get all these fish swimming around you. The visibility, usually on a good day in Miami, you can get 80 feet, 100 feet of visibility. So it's just gorgeous diving.
Dive305!
You get barges and tugboats, you get them all in the same dive. 3 barges and 3 tugboats. Tell me where else you can get that. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I know you can get it in Miami in the Dive305.
The Artificial Reef Program started in the late 70s, and Durham controls that, which is our Department of Environmental Resource Management, to make sure that the ships, when they go down, that they are clean, they have no diesel, there is no place where divers can actually get entrapped inside the wrecks, and easily accessible to make these swim-throughs through. And they create a natural reef. They're all sunk in between 35 feet and 130 feet of water, and it creates an artificial reef. Basically, with time, the wreck will develop sponges, growth, coral, and the fish will migrate, and it's a great diving spot.
So also on the Belcher, saw these huge, beautiful tarpon, and with the sunlight coming through, these guys looked like silver coins, and they were beautiful, and they were big.
So the Parker Sugar are actually 2 barges, which makes them cool dives.
They lay a little bit east of the actual Belcher barge. Again, they're upside down as well, so it makes it a fun dive to check out both of the barges. There's no penetration in them whatsoever, but again, full of fish life.
But the Parker and the Sugar barge are right next to each other, and through the forces of nature, push them together. They almost form like a T. They go like this, right? And in that is like a little vortex. There's a little area where the 2 barges meet. For me, that's a great swim through. I had a nice little experience, swam through there. The sand shoots from all the tidal currents, you know, in and around the barges. It's filled with marine life. See a ton of fish, and you get these 2 barges that literally are butt to butt against each other. So it's super cool. It's a great dive, and if you're in the 305, you got to do it.
What I love about the Parker Sugar is how in the heck did they get those 2 boats so close together? I mean, you tell me another dive site where you could swim 4 wrecks in a single dive.
Miami and you don't go diving, you're missing out on a big part. People come down here and they go to South Beach, they come into downtown, but our true beauty in Miami is underwater. And it's just a diver's paradise.
Stay with us as we go diving with artist, diver, and our friend David McCauley. See you on the other side.
Oh man, what a great dive. You know where we're headed.
The Rum Barrel offers the tastiest of Key West cuisine and ice-cold beer and spirits to wet any whistle. Divers, show your certification card and get 10% off any order. Dive, decompress, Rum Barrel, Key West. Dive the Atocha with Mel Fisher's expedition in Key West. Be a treasure hunter and dive the active wreck site of the richest Spanish galleon ever discovered. Mel Fisher and his crew discovered the Motherlode in 1985. Today, the search continues for the remaining hundreds of millions of dollars in cargo. The Fisher family now invites you to learn proper salvage techniques from the world's greatest treasure hunters. Join us for the adventure of a lifetime. Today's the day.
Born in Maine, created by Alan Pugsley, world-class craft brewer. Sea Dog, now sailing in Florida. And available in cans. Sea Dog is award-winning. A perfect fit for our Florida lifestyle. Visit our brew houses in Clearwater and Orlando.
Hey Scuba Nation, this is Mitch. Just wanted to let you know when I dive the 305, I always dive on Aquatic Explorers. They feature a brand new dive boat with a crew that's second to none. So when you're ready to plan your next diving adventure, the best boat and crew for private charters, and all your certification needs by world-class instructors, please click or call the friends of the program, Aquatic Explorers. This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Reef Safe, biodegrades in oceans, non-toxic to sea life. Scuba Works, quality runs deep. And Spare Air, there when you need it. Welcome back. We are showcasing the diving in our backyard of Miami, Florida. Miami's Wynwood Art District features a plethora of galleries and local artists. It's a favorite area for the locals of the 305. My favorite is the Rise Up Gallery, founded by artist, diver, and my friend, David McCauley.
David! What's up, my brother? How's it going, man? Good to see you.
David created Rise Up Gallery so disabled artists are able to showcase their art and photography.
Well, we're a nonprofit organization based over in Wynwood Arts District, and we showcase the artwork of people with disabilities, specifically living with some form of paralysis. And then we also partner with Jackson Memorial Hospital to provide them with adaptive art workshops to the newly injured patients over there at Jackson in the spinal cord injury and paralysis ward. I went to art therapy workshops when I was in the hospital after my spinal cord injury, and it affected me in such a profound way. I thought this is something I want to give back to the community in the future. So we're blessed to be doing that right now.
David is also an avid diver and has been diving all over the world. We recently had a chance to go diving with him and our friend Rachel Hernandez of Aquatic Explorers to dive the Half Moon off the coast of Miami. Also on today's dive, we have our good friend Dean Vitale, the creator of the Pegasus thruster that David will be wearing for the first time on this dive.
Check. Very excited about today's dive. We got David. This kid's amazing. He's an artist and he's a diver. All right, so this guy, he's a Renaissance man, and we're gonna take him diving. We're gonna go see the Half Moon Wreck right now. You ready?
Ready.
You ready, brother?
Yeah.
My brother.
Well, I've always been a waterman my whole life, whether it's swimming competitively or, you know, getting out in the water, surfing, scuba diving.
Look at David flying in a blue dream. Just when David entered the water and we got the thruster on him, you know, within seconds, it was just natural for him to start flying. You know, it was you press of the button, the motor kicks in, and off you go.
And as soon as you put my feet in the water, which I can't feel because I'm paralyzed, I could see them immediately react. Toes came up, sometimes they pointed, my legs wanted to extend, and it was brilliant to see my body react to the water. You don't get that same sensation in the shower. You guys slid me in, I was at home, put the regulator in my mouth, and we descended, and it was just fantastic. It felt very natural. It certainly didn't seem like 4.5 years since the last time I'd been scuba diving. I'm always heavily influenced by the water and the ocean and aquatics, so today's certainly going to feed into that. If you take a look at some of my pieces, you'll see the colors of the ocean, the colors of the sky in those works.
You know, you put the thruster on and it makes you like a fish in the water. You know, you're just cruising along. You know, especially with David, you know, with a disability, he was able to actually enjoy the entire wreck. You know, it's just effortless to wear a thruster.
You hit that thing and all of a sudden I know there's people holding on to me on the back, and we were off to the races. It was fantastic. You know, submerge, and all of a sudden we saw, you know, stingrays and the parrotfish and different schools of fish and sponge coral. It was beautiful. Some of them, you know, I haven't seen in quite some time. Oh, those are my friends. That was my family down there. Being under the water today was just a magnificent experience to have all sound go away except for, you know, your regulator rebreathing, and then you look up and you watch those bubbles go up to the surface, and it's yeah, it was a long lost feeling that was rejuvenated. Thank you for that.
Coming up next, Miami's version of the Bermuda Triangle, the Belzona Triangle. Stay tuned. Bugfest by the Sea. This July 21st to the 27th at Lauderdale by the Sea. The Great Florida Bug Hunt Contest. 1,000 in cash prizes for the biggest bugs. Beachfront lobster cookout, live calypso music and beer. Bug hunting classes and tips. Mini season kickoff party. Bugfest by the Sea. When Billy C and Mitch finish our dives on Saturdays, we head on over to Tobacco Road
for all you can eat, dig in, and pig out barbecue.
Tobacco Road, Miami's oldest watering hole, is serving up
all you can eat barbecue
every Saturday starting at noon. Divers, sea cards means no cover on Saturdays.
All you can eat barbecue every Saturday right here at Tobacco Road. One nation, eating barbecue!
Our coral reefs have suffered a 90% loss over the last 20 years. Ocean temperature change combined with pollution has taken a serious toll. Ken Niedermeyer, a CNN hero and founder of the Coral Restoration Foundation, is changing that. Since 2004, the Coral Restoration Foundation has grown and planted thousands of new corals. His pioneering and proven methods are used both here and abroad, but Ken needs your help.
Visit coralrestoration.org. Donate now and make a world of difference for our oceans.
Hey, it's Mitch with Scuba Nation. If you're a parent of a child with autism like me, I want to tell you about a great organization called CARD.
CARD stands for the Center for Autism and Related Disabilities. Located throughout the state of Florida, CARD serves both children and adults who have autism or other disabling conditions and their families. Services are free of charge and include family support, consultation, and educational activities like the surf camp on Miami Beach.
For more information, you can call them at 1-800-9-AUTISM or visit their website at umcard.org.
This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Leisure Pro, the Divers Emporium.
Ocean-minded footwear. Live, protect, respect.
Maris, the official equipment provider for Scuba Nation.
My brothers and sisters of scuba diving, Billy C here, and today we want to tell you about the products that Scuba Nation partners with. These are products that we believe in. We wouldn't endorse them or give them the Scuba Nation seal of approval without using them in the field and using them vigorously. Some of the companies that we partner with, Reef Safe Sun Care products, the official sun care product of Scuba Nation. It's biodegradable in our oceans. It also has no zinc in its products. This year on the show, our official equipment supplier is Mares. Mares is not only Italian like me and Mitch, but it is the most sleek and innovative manufacturer in the scuba diving industry. So happy to have Spare Air as part of the team with Scuba Nation. This product is a lifesaver. Spare Air, it's there when you need it. Sea Dog, the official bear of Scuba Nation. Now they have brew houses in Clearwater as well as Orlando. Go visit their brew houses today. Me and Mitch will later on in the season. Another big partnership we had this year, folks, is Scuba Nation Apparel by Uzi. Go to scubanation.com and look for your cool gear today. With Scuba Nation's family of products, you know you are diving with the best.
So part of this Belzona wreck triangle, you've got 3 Belzonas.
It's 3 tugboats, and they all have a line that runs to them. So when you dive it, you can do all 3 tugs in the same dive. They all have different profiles. Even though they're all tugboats, they all have something unique about them.
If you go out a little southeast, you're going to hit the Belzona 1.
The Belzona 1, she's huge and she's pretty. She kind of reminds me of the tugboat back in Thomas the Train.
Belzona 1, which lays in about 71 feet of water. This is why I was saying before, it's an incredible dive for people who are advanced and open water as well, because there's a little bit for everybody that's there.
But she is gorgeous, man. She's a double-decker and lots of easy swim-throughs, and she's so tall. I mean, just going around her and perfectly shaped. She's got that classic tugboat profile.
And it screams tugboat. I mean, it screams tugboat.
You need to have an advanced certification in intermediate and have good navigational skills. There are stakes that connect the Belzonas together, but if visibility is bad, you really need to use your compass skills to get from one to the other. The Belzona 2. She's about 75 feet south of the Belcher barge. She's a tugboat, almost intact except for her pilot house. Her pilot house had a little damage again during the hurricanes.
I was taking my Pegasus and I darted down inside these wrecks.
Having a flippin' blast.
The Belzona 2 was originally named the Raven, and it operated on the Great Lakes. It was also used during the Mario boat lift, bringing over Cuban refugees to the United States.
After the Belzona 1 comes the Belzona 3, and she lays in 85 feet of water. She's about 100 feet long, and she's also a tugboat full of marine life.
The Belzona 3 was sunk in June of 1995, and it completed the Belzona Triangle.
don't think there's much left there. I mean, she essentially looks like a sandbox underwater, but she's still a lot of fun to dive.
It's kind of like someone took a lawnmower and ran it over, because the only thing left is the hull. It ended up being an amazing dive because we had a great encounter with the stingray. It was right at the bow, sitting in the sand. And so we come up to the bow, and there's this gorgeous stingray, and he swims off. And you got a cloud of dust behind him. Well, how many times are you gonna do 3 tugboats in one dive? Never, only in Miami. Dive305 is home base for Scuba Nation, and this was a special episode for us by hitting 7 wrecks and diving with David from Rise Up Gallery. His smile and positivity is truly contagious. For Mitch, I'm Billy C. One Nation Underwater. Thanks for watching. Okay, alright, I'm gonna start. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Dive305 is home.
Welcome to Scuba Nation. I'm Mitch.
And I'm Guillermo.
Okay. We are Mitch.
And I am Picante Caliente.
And we are reporting to you from Scuba Nation Central Command in this time. All right. Welcome to Scuba Nation. I'm Mitch.
And I am Picante Caliente.
And good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that screws up. Welcome to Scuba Nation. I'm Mitch.
And I am Inigo Montoya.
And we are reporting. Excellent. I was like, look at that bigger. What am I doing wrong? It's the cover. That was the key button. You must look at my eyeball. You need to look at him. Yeah. Okay, I look at him.
Because he's like, look at me, look at me. No, look at me. No, look at me.
Hey, honey. I'm on LeisurePro.com shopping for a new dive computer. I'm actually blogging with another diver that has the same one. Let me call you right back.
Have a question about a product? At LeisurePro.com, you can ask questions with other Leisure Pro customers about the products you want before you buy.
Sure.
Whoa!